Okay, welcome to the part 2 of this presentation. In part 1, we learned about how to do basic setup of the page you want to write your CV. Now part 2, we are dealing with how to copy and how to add text box and then how to group your CV. So let's go. Now if I want to add another text to this particular presentation, all I need to do is that you hold Control keyboard and then you put the cursor on the line surrounding this text and then you click and then you drag it down. You have copied it. Now I want to reduce this font size, so let me bring it down and then I am applying for marketing manager, so I write my marketing manager here. So marketing manager, that's the job I am applying for, and then I want to make sure this comes to the center, so I go to home and then I click this so it will come to the center. You can still adjust this, and if you want to align this to the center, all you need to do is that you select number 1 and then you press and hold the shift key. So I hold the shift, then I will press this green box because I want Darlene Fee to come to the center of the green box. Now you go to shape format and then you go to align, and then I want to align to the center, so you click center, it has moved to the center. The next I want to do is that I want to have my contact here, so let me bring a line that will separate my name and the position I am applying for from the okay, so that is done. I want to bring the line down a little bit by clicking on the down arrow to increase the size. I want to change the color, so you go to shape outline and I want the color to be white. Now I would like to increase the green box a little bit so I can have other information listed. So once I am bringing another information, I want to copy this particular text box. You hold the Control and then you click the box and then you drag it down. I will want to move it a little bit up. Now I am bringing my contact, so I write contact. If you want to increase the font size, you can do so. Then under contact, I am now bringing my contact information. So once again, I want to copy the text box. You hold the Control, you press and then you drag. You also want to consider increasing the font size since you are bringing in your personal information. So now I want this to align to the left. Now I am bringing my phone number, my email and then my location. So let me bring the icon. So you press on insert and then you select icon. Shortly the list of icons will come and then you search for the one that you are looking for. So here I will click here and then search for icons for phone. So icons for phone, we have them here. You select any one that you are comfortable with by double clicking. So shortly it will be downloaded. Make sure that if you want to download the icon, you should be connected to the internet. So you can resize your icon the way you want it. And now that I have gotten this icon, I want to change the color from black to white. So you go to graphic fill and then I am selecting white so it will be visible. Once again, if you want to write, you can see that the text and the symbol don't seem to align properly. So the best way to do it is that go to the top, select any of the text boxes by pressing Control and then you drag the text box. You must align it in a way that will go together. So look at this. Now that I have this, I can clean this and then add my contact number. So I have the contact number indicated. The next thing I want to do is that I want to bring this cursor down, so you press enter. Now I also want to copy this particular icon down, so you click on it. Let me adjust this, and then I can select the icon for the phone. And if you want to copy, simply press Ctrl and C. Now I have copied it. Now when I want to paste this icon down on the keyboard, simply press Ctrl and then V. Now I want to change this icon into email, so I click on it, and then you right click, you go to change graphic, and then you select icon. I am changing the phone icon to email, so I'm going to search for email. So here I enter email, and email icons are here. You select whichever one you prefer by double clicking. So it has changed. Once again, I want to copy this text box down, so you hold Ctrl, you click the line, and then you drag it down. Make sure that it actually fits exactly what you want. So the alignment and the arrangement is very key at all times. So let me do a little bit adjusting here. Now I want to erase this. Before, I want to make sure I change the text that I see. So let me change this text to, now the email address will come. So I have the email address indicated. Now I also want to add my location for my employers to know where I am located. So I want to press enter for the cursor to come down. Now I'll copy this particular icon by pressing Ctrl and C. Now I want it positioned here. So when I come to this side, I will press Ctrl V. Now that I have the email icon, I want to change it to location. So you right click on that icon. So you select and you right click, and then you go. Okay, so let me click on the icon, and then I will right click. Then I go to change graphic. You select from icon. Here I am going to look for the email for the location icon. So you enter location, but please make sure that before you do searching, you should be online, else you wouldn't be able to get the icons. So it is done. Now I want to copy the text box here. Control, and then I will drag it down. Make sure it aligns. So now I want to add my location to it. So this is my location. Accra, Ghana. Okay, now let's do some little readjustment so that our work will look very professional. So the rearrangement should be done. Now it is important for you to notice that you can actually group your work together. So when you are doing printing, your work will not be shifting. So how do we do grouping? To do grouping, you select the objects and then you group them. So this picture, the name, and then the position I am looking for, I want to select all of them and group. How do you do it? First, let's select this line. So I select the line, and then you hold on to Control to Shift. So you press Shift. Whilst you are holding the Shift, I will select market. I will select my name. I will select the picture. So I have selected 4 items at the same time. Now let me add the contact to it. I am adding the phone number, the email, and then the location. Whilst you are doing the selection, make sure your finger is on the Shift. You don't remove your finger. Now that I am done selecting all these items, in fact, let me also add the green box to it. So my finger is on the shift, I select the green box. So virtually everything in this green box has been selected. I am grouping all of them as one. Before, let me go to picture format. I want to select wrap text to be sure that the text will not be moving. So you see, fix has not been selected. So let me select fix. That means now none of these items will be moving when I am going to print my CV. Now I will go straight to this column. So this is for alignment, this is for rotation, and then the middle one is for grouping. So you click on it. So once you click on group, all these will be treated as one item. So I click on grouping. Now you see all of them has now been clipped together as one. So that is how we actually do grouping, as long as we are dealing with Microsoft Word in CV. Now I also want to make sure I complete my work. So this is the end of how to do grouping and then how to also do alignment. The final part is how to complete the whole work. Thank you so much. My name is Darlin Fee.